In the Glossary of Bible Terms in the New World Translation, if you go and you look up mediator, it says, one who intercedes between two parties in order to reconcile them. In the scriptures, Moses and Jesus are the mediators of the law covenant and the new covenant, respectively. Now, if you're a Jehovah's Witness, you are taught that the governing body or faithful and discreet slave, that they are the mediator for the great crowd. So they are actually taking the place of Jesus Christ, who is the mediator between God and men, which is brought out in the scriptures. But according to the Watchtower, the faithful and discreet slave class, they are the anointed class. They are the mediator for the majority of the Jehovah's Witnesses. So that makes one think of a high priest. So let's look up high priest in the Bible glossary here and see what it says. Okay, high priest says, under the Mosaic law, the principal priest who represented the people before God and supervised the other priests, also called the chief priest. He alone was allowed to enter the most holy, the innermost compartment of the tabernacle, and later of the temple. He did so only on the annual Day of Atonement. The term high priest is also applied to Jesus Christ. In the scriptures, Jesus Christ was referred to as the last high priest. But the governing body, or faithful and discreet slave class, come in and call themselves the mediator for the great crowd or majority of Jehovah's Witnesses. They are the so-called anointed, or high priests, you could say, because they make themselves into that class, which actually doesn't exist in the scriptures. So there's one more word that is brought to mind, that is Antichrist. Let's look it up, and it says, the Greek term has a twofold meaning. It refers to that which is anti, or opposed to Christ. It may also refer to a false Christ, one in the place of Christ. All people, organizations, or groups that falsely claim to represent Christ, or claim to be the Messiah, or that oppose Christ and his disciples, can properly be called Antichrist. So mediator, high priest, and Antichrist seem to be the three things that the Watchtower Society's governing body are fulfilling. And what a better way to fulfill being against Christ than to forget to put Jesus in the Bible. If you go to the back, in the J's, you see here you have Jacob, the son of Isaac, and then of course you have Jehovah, and then you have Jew. There is no Jesus. They completely did not put him in there. Apparently did not find him important enough to put in the Bible. You gotta ask yourself, why? Why would they do that? That seems to me to be something against Jesus, to be Antichrist. Now, they did remember, here if you go to the M part, they did remember to put in Molech. You see Molech right here, a god of the Ammonites, possibly the same as Milcom, and Molech. It may be a title rather than the name of a specific god. The Mosaic law demanded the death penalty for anyone who sacrificed his children to Molech. It has Moloch, see Molech. Now they went to the trouble of putting Molech in there, even a second way of saying it, but completely forgot to put Jesus Christ. I don't know, that's a little suspect to me. Thank you for watching.